March brings us the first international break of 2025, and it's a busy one. All the nations across Europe are involved in some form of competitive football, be that either the UEFA Nations League quarter-finals, the UEFA Nations League promotion relegation playoffs, or the first matches of Groups G to L from 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying. A big diversity of games brings with it a big diversity of grounds. Europe's best are always on show during international breaks, and this video is your guide to the latest set. Here is every stadium hosting a competitive UEFA game during the March 2025 international break. Thursday, the 20th of March 2025. The Netherlands host Spain in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at De Kuip. The Stadion Feyenoord, as it is also known, has been home to Feyenoord since opening in 1937. It holds a limited capacity of 47,500. Croatia hosts France in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at Stadion Poljud. This large ground in scenic Split holds 33,987, home to Hajduk Split since opening in 1979. The Poljud name comes from the neighbourhood it sits within. Denmark hosts Portugal in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at Parken. Denmark's largest stadium holds 38,190, used internationally for major fixtures and also by SC Copenhagen for domestic and European games. Italy hosts Germany in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at San Siro. Regulated at 75,817 capacity, it's one of the most famous stadiums in the world. San Siro is a reference to the district of Milan it sits within, home to historic city rivals Milan and Inter since the 1940s. Turkey host Hungary in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at Ali Sami Yenspor Kompleski. Known commercially as Rams Park, this 53,978 capacity stadium is the modern home of Galatasaray, named after the club's founder Ali Sami Yen. Ukraine hosts Belgium in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Estadio Nuevo Condomina. This is a 31,179 capacity stadium in Murcia, Spain, home to Real Murcia since opening in 2006. Ukraine are using this for a neutral home venue this March as a result of the ongoing Russian invasion back home. Austria hosts Serbia in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Ernst Happel Stadion. Austria's largest stadium, holding 50,865, is named for Ernst Franz Hermann Happel, regarded as one of the greatest football managers of all time. Greece hosts Scotland in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Georgios Karaiskakis Stadium. Holding around 33,000, this is Greece's largest football-specific stadium, home for Olympiacos across 3 spells from first 1925. Kosovo host Iceland in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at the Stadiumi Thadil Vokri. This 13,980 capacity stadium serves as a home for both the Kosovo national team and SC Pristina. It opened back in 1953, nowadays named for the legendary Kosovar footballer and a former president of the Football Federation of Kosovo. Bulgaria hosts the Republic of Ireland in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at Stadion Hristo Botev. Sat within the Kamenitsa neighbourhood of Plovdiv, this ground has been home to Botev Plovdiv since 1961. It's named for the Bulgarian poet and revolutionary Hristo Botev and has taken its modern enclosed look following a near 10-year reconstruction project, now holding 18,777 people. Armenia hosts Georgia in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at the Vazhen-Sargsyan Republican Stadium. This enclosed stadium holds 14,403, commonly used by the national team, as well as SC Ararat Yerevan and SC Pyonik. It's named the Vazhen Seveni Sargsyan, a former Armenian Prime Minister who was assassinated just months into his tenure. Slovakia hosts Slovenia in the first leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at Tehelne Pola. The modern national stadium of Slovakia opened in 2019, holding 22,500 people. It serves additionally as the home for SK Slovan Bratislava, named for the neighbourhood of the capital city that it sits within. Friday, the 21st of March 2025. Malta hosts Finland in Group G of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Takali National Stadium. Seating 16,997, it's the clear largest stadium in Malta, located in the large open space of Takali in the centre of the island of Malta. Poland hosts Lithuania in Group G of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadion Narodowy. Holding up to 56,826 the UEFA fixtures, it's officially known as PGE Narodowy im Kazimierza Górskiego, named for Kazimierz Klaudiusz Górski, the successful Polish manager. Cyprus hosts San Marino in Group H of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the AEK Arena. The modern home for the Cyprus national team since 2021, this open venue was complete in 2016, holding 8,058 people and serving domestically as a home for AEK Larnaca. Romania hosts Bosnia and Herzegovina in Group H of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Arena Națională. Romania's modern national stadium opened in September 2011 on the site of the original Stadionul Național, in use between 1953 and 2007. In turn, a home for SCSB since 2015, it holds 55,634. Andorra hosts Latvia in Group K of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Estadi Nacional. This is Europe's smallest national stadium, a football and rugby venue which opened in 2014, holding 3,306 people. It's also been home to Spanish lower league side SC Andorra since 2021. England host Albania in Group K of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Wembley Stadium. The largest stadium in both England and the entire United Kingdom holds 90,000. Famous for its large arch, it's the modern rebuild of the original Wembley Stadium, which stood between 1923 and 2003, the modern addition finally opening in March 2007. Saturday, the 22nd of March 2025. Moldova hosts Norway in Group I of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadionul Zimbru. The domestic home to Zimbru Chișinău opened in May 2006, holding 10,104. It's the regular venue for major fixtures involving Moldovan teams. Israel hosts Estonia in Group I of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Nagyardai Stadion. This modern ground in Debrecen, Hungary, has been home to Debreceni Vasuta Sport Club since opening in May 2014, holding 20,340 people. It's being used as a neutral home venue for Israel during World Cup qualifying, unable to play back home due to the Israel-Hamas war. Liechtenstein hosts North Macedonia in Group J of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Rhine Park Stadion. One of the most scenic grounds in Europe, Rhine Park gets its name from its location on the banks of the River Rhine, sitting just metres from Liechtenstein's border with Switzerland. It holds 7,584. Wales hosts Kazakhstan in Group J of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Cardiff City Stadium. The domestic home of Cardiff City Football Club opened in 2009 as the successor to the historic Ninian Park, where the Bluebirds had been based for 99 years. Wales's national football stadium holds 33,280. Montenegro hosts Gibraltar in Group L of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadion Kraj Bistrica. Known also as Gradski Stadion Nikšić, this is a small 5,214 capacity ground around 50 kilometers southeast of Montenegro's capital, Podgorica. Czechia hosts the Faroe Islands in Group L of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Malšovica Arena. One of the most modern stadiums in the Czech Republic, opening in September 2023, this 9,300 capacity enclosed stadium is in the city of Hradec Králové, providing a modern home to SC Hradec Králové, a name for the region of the city that it sits within. Sunday, the 23rd of March 2025. Spain hosts the Netherlands in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at the Estadio de Mestalla. holding 49,430, this steep ground has been home to Valencia since opening in 1923. It will one day be succeeded by the long construction process of the new Mestalla. France host Croatia in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at Stade de France. France's national stadium sits in the Saint-Denis commune north of Paris. Able to hold up to 81,338 for football, it's been used by both the football and rugby union national teams since opening in 1998. Portugal host Denmark in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at the Estadio José Alvalade. The 50,095 capacity stadium is the second largest in Portugal, home to Sporting CP since opening in 2003 and named for the club's founder, José Alfredo Holtraman Roquette. Germany host Italy in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League quarter-final at the Westfalenstadion. Known commercially as Signal Iduna Park, the home of Borussia Dortmund is Germany's largest stadium, with a domestic capacity of 81,365 and an international capacity of 66,099. Hungary host Turkey in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Puskás Arena. Hungary's modern national stadium holds 67,215, named for the Great Ferenc Puskás and built on the site of the former Puskás Ferenc Stadion, which was in use between 1953 and 2014. Belgium hosts Ukraine in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Segeka Arena. Built in 1999, it's the home to the Pro League side Genk, now onto its fourth sponsorship name at the Phoenix Stadion, Crystal Arena and Luminous Arena. It holds 23,178 at maximum, usually down to 20,040 for UEFA matches. Serbia host Austria in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at the Stadion Rajko Mitic. Serbia's largest stadium is nicknamed Maracana, holding 51,755. It's been home to Belgrade giant Crvena Zvezda since opening in 1963 and is named the club legend Rajko Mitic since 2014. Scotland hosts Greece in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League AB playoff at Hampden Park. Scotland's national football stadium sits in the Mount Florida area of Glasgow, holding 51,866. It dates back to 1903, once the largest stadium in the world, with around 150,000 able to make it inside. Iceland hosts Kosovo in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at the Estadio Nuevo Condamina. 2 games this international break for the 31,179 capacity Murcia ground. Iceland are playing down south in Spain due to a lack of available venues in their own country. The Republic of Ireland hosts Bulgaria in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at the Aviva Stadium. Also known as Lansdowne Road, Ireland's national stadium holds up to 51,711. It's built on the site of the former Lansdowne Road Stadium that existed between 1872 and 2007, with the modern version opening in 2010. Georgia host Armenia in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at the Boris Paichatza Dynamo Arena. The largest stadium in Georgia holds 54,202, used by both the country's football and rugby union national teams, as well as Dynamo Tbilisi. It opened back in 1976 and is named for iconic former footballer Boris Paichatza. Slovenia hosts Slovakia in the second leg of their UEFA Nations League BC playoff at Stadion Stazica. Slovenia's national stadium holds 16,038, serving also as a home for Olimpia Ljubljana since opening in August 2010. It's part of the Stazica Sports Park. Monday, the 24th of March 2025. Lithuania hosts Finland in Group G of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Darius ir Girėnas Stadionas. The Darius and Girėnas Stadium is a modern rebuild in Kaunas, around 100 kilometers northwest of Lithuania's capital, Vilnius. The stadium nowadays holds 15,026 after its modern rebuild project done between 2018 and 2022. Poland hosts Malta in Group G of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadion Narodowy. This modern stadium opened in January 2012, able to hold over 58,000 for domestic fixtures. It was built ahead of UEFA Euro 2012, co-hosted by Poland and Ukraine, with the stadium hosting 5 total games, including the opening match between Poland and Greece and the semi-final between Germany and Italy. Bosnia and Herzegovina hosts Cyprus in Group H of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadion Belino Polja. This ground in Zenica, around 75 kilometers northwest of the capital Sarajevo, is one of 2 regular homes for the Bosnia and Herzegovina national team. It holds 15,292 and is used domestically by NK Čelik Zenica. San Marino hosts Romania in Group H of FIFA World Cup qualifying at San Marino Stadium. Formerly known as Stadio Olimpico di Serravalle, the 4,798 capacity stadium has been the national stadium for the tiny microstate of San Marino since 1969. It's used regularly for both international games and more major domestic fixtures. Albania host Andorra in Group K of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Arena Kombetara. Opened in November 2019 and holding 22,500, Albania's modern national stadium is known through sponsorship as the Air Albania Stadium, built on the ground of the former Kemal Statta Stadium, which was in use between 1946 and 2015. England hosts Latvia in Group K of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Wembley Stadium. Nowadays still one of the most iconic leading stadiums on the planet, the modern Wembley's legacy includes 3 UEFA Champions League finals, the UEFA Euro 2020 final, the gold medal football matches at the 2012 Summer Olympic Games, as well as domestic cup finals and playoff finals every season. Tuesday, the 25th of March 2025. Israel hosts Norway in Group I of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Nagyardai Stadion. 2 Israel games this March to the 20,340 capacity stadium in Debrecen, Hungary. It's the 3rd largest football stadium in the country, the modern reconstruction of the original Nagyardai, which was in use between 1934 and 2013. Moldova host Estonia in Group I of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Stadionul Zimbru. The 10,104 capacity national stadium forms part of a complex that includes 3 stadiums, a mini football field, tennis courts, a gym, residential housing for players, a medical centre, offices, a hotel and a museum. Liechtenstein hosts Kazakhstan in Group J of FIFA World Cup qualifying at Rheinpark Stadion. The scenic ground on the Swiss border is also home domestically to SC Vaduz. It holds 7,584 with 5,873 seated and having standing space for a further 1,711. North Macedonia hosts Wales in Group J of FIFA World Cup qualifying at National Arena Toze Proeski. The largest stadium in North Macedonia dates back to 1947, taking its modern 33,011 capacity look in 2011. Since 2019, it has been named the Macedonian pop icon Todor Proeski. Gibraltar hosts Czechia in Group L of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Estadio Algarve. This large stadium was originally built ahead of UEFA Euro 2004, situated between the municipalities of Faro and Lole in the Algarve region of southern Portugal. It holds up to 30,305 and continues to be a temporary home for the Gibraltar national team, whilst their own Victoria Stadium undergoes renovation work. Montenegro hosts the Faroe Islands in Group L of FIFA World Cup qualifying at the Stadion Kraj Bistrica. The 5,214 capacity stadium is an additional home for Montenegro's national team, more commonly used by FK Sutjeska Nikšić and Montenegro's under-21 national team. The conclusion of UEFA's March international break will reveal a lot. The final 4th of June's UEFA Nations League finals will be confirmed, whilst we'll know all of the teams in Leagues A and B to the 2026-27 edition. Playoffs to League C/D are scheduled for March 2026, subject to World Cup qualifying performances. The road to North America 2026 and the 4th final of the UEFA Nations League is now underway. Will you be attending any of the games featured in this video? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the Matchday Man for more stadium and European football content across the season. I'll see you then.